Think healthy eating means bland? This bruschetta chicken is proof that you can have flavor, freshness, and stay under 400 calories. We're taking a classic favorite and giving it a healthy twist. This bruschetta chicken is loaded with flavor but light on the calories. The secret starts right here with marinating this chicken for that extra juicy bite. And it's perfect for anyone who's looking to eat clean without sacrificing taste. Let's cook. Into a measuring cup, measure 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and half a teaspoon of salt into the measuring cup. Whisk that together really well and then place it to the side for later. Alright, take your chicken and place it into a Ziploc bag, then pour over the delicious marinade into the bag, making sure to get all the yummy bits of garlic and seasoning out of the measuring cup. And then you're going to zip up the bag and then thrash it about a bit just to make sure that everything's nicely coated in the deliciousness. And then you're going to set it aside to marinate for at least 10 minutes. I did mine for an hour while I got other things ready. You also need to preheat your oven to 425 degrees in preparation for the chicken to cook. I'm going to add some quinoa as the grain to this recipe because we love carbohydrates and quinoa is a pretty healthy grain or carbohydrate to add. So I'm going to just follow the package directions on how to cook this quinoa, and I'm going to add some Italian seasoning and some salt and pepper to the water. Now it's time to prep the chicken for cooking. You're going to take the chicken out of the marinade and place it into the bottom of a casserole dish. You want to make sure that when you're doing this, you're kind of squishing them so that they're not overlapping one another. You just want a nice even layer of chicken across the bottom of the dish just for nice even cooking. So you're going to put it into the oven at 425 for 25 to 30 minutes or until the chicken reaches 165 degrees with a meat thermometer. I'm going to take this opportunity to mention that the recipe calls for chicken breasts, 4 chicken breasts, but my grocery store had chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs on sale. And let me just say, I'm a lover of the dark meat on the chicken, not the white meat. So I got the chicken thighs. But you can get obviously any parts of the chicken you want to do this. While the chicken's doing its thing in the oven, we're going to prepare the bruschetta for the top of our casserole. I say bruschetta because I'm from the South, but most people say bruschetta, which is the correct Italian pronunciation. But you're going to do this by cutting cherry tomatoes in half. It's about 1.5 cups of cherry tomatoes. You're going to cut up a half of a red onion. You're going to take 3 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, a half a cup of chopped basil, and a half a teaspoon of salt. And you're going to put it in a bowl all together and mix it around really well and set it to the side for when the chicken comes out of the oven. When the chicken has cooked through, remove it from the oven and top it with a mozzarella cheese. Then take the bruschetta mixture and pour it over the chicken and return it to the oven for 5 to 10 minutes to melt the cheese and to warm the tomatoes. I wanted my tomatoes to be a little bit more cooked through than usual, so I left it in there for 10 minutes. While the chicken is doing its final bit, we're going to go ahead and get the quinoa ready for plating. To do that, you want to just make sure that there is no leftover moisture or water in the quinoa. You shouldn't have to strain it. If you do, it's okay. Just do so and then put it back in the pot, in the hot pan or pot. Then take some basil and some Parmesan cheese and just a tiniest bit of butter. It doesn't have to be much, but I'm from the South, so we're putting a little bit in there. And into the pot and mixing it around, and then it's ready for plating. Alright, so now you can see that our delicious bruschetta chicken or bruschetta chicken is ready. I'm going to plate it up by putting some quinoa on the plate and then give 1 chicken thigh per plate with some of the delicious bruschetta on top. Then I'm going to take some basil and mozzarella and Parmesan cheese and sprinkle it over just a little bit over the top of the chicken and the quinoa if you want to. And then I'm going to take a little bit of some I buy this really delicious balsamic glaze from the grocery store. It's already made. You just drizzle it over the top of it and it's really delicious. And like when I say delicious and flavorful, this dish is really delicious and flavorful. If you're curious about the nutrition facts, please look in the description below. You guys, this meal was so good and I don't feel super guilty about eating it because it's not that high in calories for a dinner. So I hope you guys have a great night and a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.